Today we are in Vrbnik city. It's one of the oldest cities in Krk Island. Yeah, we're gonna have some sightseeing and wine tasting.
Ancient stones, salty wind, and laughter echoing through the narrow streets. This is how the day unfolded. This episode is full of stone alleys, ancient walls, family hunger, and way more beauty than we expected. Our first stop, Vrbnik. Perched dramatically above the sea, this town is famous for two things: steep cliffs and strong wine.
They bought me some honey and I'm really happy about it because I love it.
Of course, we couldn't resist the tiny wine shops, and our daughter found honey there, and we couldn't pass it by. After that, we walked to the lighthouse, cliffs, waves, and the endless blue horizon. What would you choose, the lighthouse view or the wine cellar? Vrbnik doesn't try to impress you, it just is.
Hey, look at that! Lion bird!
It felt here like we were on the edge of something. Quick tip for fellow travelers: if you visit Vrbnik, come early. Parking is tiny. And don't skip the honey and wine. Subscribe if you love spontaneous road trips with a splash of family cows. This island has more surprises coming. For example, Vrbnik was once a center of Glagolic script, the oldest known Slavic alphabet. Moreover, it is one of the oldest towns in Croatia, with root going back over 1,000 years. Wandering its stone street feels like walking through a poem carved in limestone. Just imagine, first mentioned about this tower in the 12th century. But people lived here long before that, high above the sea, on these wild limestone cliffs. As we drove into town, we passed the vineyards. Rows of Zlatina grape hugging the hillsides like they always belonged here. This grape only grows here, nowhere else in the world. They say it's soft, dry, and full of the sea breeze. But wine isn't the only thing worth sipping here. This town is full of stories. You can feel them in the stone, in the air, in the quiet. And yes, there is the narrowest street in the world here. We squeezed through it, just barely. If you pass through, you can make a wish.
You need maybe 1.5 hours to see all the town, and maybe 1 more hour to try local wine with good view.
And then we got back in their car and kept driving. exploring little towns the most people skipped. But we think are totally worth the stop. Stay with us, we're just getting started. But before, we of course made one quick stop to swim. That part didn't make it into the video, but the views on the way down to the sea totally worth sharing.
We don't like public beach, that's why we like hiking.
I don't like hiking. I love it.
It's perfect. It's about kids.
Hey, I love it.
Hiking is perfect.
Let's go. Oh, mama.
If you miss your legs day, Vrbnik and a few beaches around is the perfect place to have your workout. It is a very quiet place on the road from nowhere to Maritska.
We arrived in the city Dobrinj, tiny, quiet, and kind of perfect. Just a few streets, a sleepy square, and the view that make you stop walking mid-step. In this town we found a restaurant with amazing reviews, but it was full. No worries, we still left with full heart and hungry kids.
Today we are in Krk city, so let's go and explore the new location.
This is our last stop today. This town is bigger, liver, and full of contrast. Roman walls and beach cafes, fortresses and flip-flops. The town of Krk, the same name as the island. Here, history stacks up like postcards. A cathedral complex built over Roman baths, a Frankopan castle, and narrowly where every second stone feels like it's seen a war, a wedding, and a lazy afternoon siesta.
Here is the Camino Krk map, and actually we did a little bit of, we passed some part of this pass somewhere here and somewhere here. And
Really, little bit.
we did our first step.
The Camino Krk trail, a full circle pilgrim road, looping around the island through coastal view, forests, villages and cliffside paths. And here is the thing, in our previous Krk videos we already walked a few short segments of this Camino. If you haven't seen them yet, we highly recommend checking them out. And somewhere between sea breezes and sunburns, the idea of hiking even more of this trail kind of stuck in our heads. So, who knows, maybe next time we'll go further. Krk has this way of making you slow down, not because you are tired, but because you just want to stay a bit longer. 3 towns in one day? Not really. We visited them on the different days, with a lot of wild beaches, swims and lazy moments in between. But I wanted to show you this string of towns in one go, like pearls on the coastline of Krk. The rest, the salt, the wind, the sun between our toes, straight off camera, but not out of memory. And no, we are not done with this island. Next up, we go wild, literally. If you enjoyed this little journey, hit like, subscribe and stay with us. We've got more cozy corners of the world to show you. And here, it's always warm and a little bit chaotic. That's the kind of motion we were born for.